Okay.
Don't worry, Bird shall acquire a new pet. That will be his quest.
Oh, alright. Good to know. Okay, so. Well, feeling this goat icon now feels like a slap in the face.
Wait. Healing it? Oh, using that. I don't mind it. It's in memoriam.
Yep.
We're the Dead Goat Society.
Oh no, Ed, really?
Yep. Okay.
Oh jeez.
So.
Yep, that's our new hand name.
So last time we were with the goat fuckers. No kidding. But last time, you guys finally left Oakengard. I really should fix that N to not make it look like an R. I'm just looking at it now, up close.
Oakengard.
But it's Oakengard. Okay. You guys, like, made it out.
The name summoned my cat.
Finally made out of Oakengard. You're like 50 miles in. Or so. And you guys encountered a singing cave, and then later on you encountered bullets, about 3 of them, coming in ready to eat you. You guys luckily survived with some casualties, though, as we see the splattered remains of goat noises. His spirit leaves his body.
That's his name. That was his name.
Yeah. Yep. But you guys emerged victorious from the bullets. You have traveled for about 50 miles. When you guys had left, it was in the morning. Yes? What? Did something happen?
No.
Okay, I think Silver was probably responding to someone. Okay. You guys finish up the battle. It is your choice what you want to do now. What do you want to do now?
Are we still close to that cave? Like, or are we still moving on?
That's your choice.
We were in the process of moving on. We need to find a place that has coffee.
I'd say that if you, even if you were still interested in that cave, it's probably like 20 miles away by now.
Okay, then yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Alright. So you guys continue moving on. You're pushing through. You guys had left in the morning. I'd say after traveling 50 miles on horseback, I don't know if you guys were in a rush. Were you in a rush, or were you taking...
We were going normal speed, I think.
Normal speed?
Yeah, I think we're going normal.
Then
We were being A-okay.
would it make sense to people if by the time you get here, it is evening time? Because going 50 miles...
It's a lot.
Is a lot!
It's a lot, especially on horseback of all things.
Fuck!
Especially if we got a late start. Like if
And I would say it makes sense. We're going at a casual pace. So.
Yeah. You guys are going at a casual pace. You see a watchtower in the distance as you guys reach your wrong thing. So at this point, you have now traveled 75 miles, according to this thing.
5 mile point. Mile marker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this thing. Okay.
Too late.
Leave the Kenku cave marker because he wants
Yeah.
to come back.
Yeah.
I'll leave the. Tell you what, if you encounter something interesting that you want to go back to, I'll mark it with something yellow. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Works for me.
So that would be right here. That's the Kinku song marker, and unfortunately, I have no way to mark it. So, other than it's a yellow dot.
I don't see it.
I see it's this small hill dot right here. Right by one of the hills.
Right here.
And you said it was evening?
Yeah, it's evening time right now.
Zoom
Because
into
you-
like 160, Ed. And it's on this spot.
Yeah, I don't see it. It just looks gray.
Thanks.
Oh, I see yellow. I should
For a
probably
moment
mention
there-
I'm a little bit.
Okay.
You know what? That makes more sense now. What colors can you see?
Most colors are just a little bit duller, and okay, I can't see some greens or reds or pinks at all, but I can see others.
Okay. Gotcha.
I learned that apparently, like, meat has different colors when it's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
Oh, God.
like some foods they just like go gray when they're cooked, and I've always thought it was gross. But apparently, it's not gray.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Going into the travel log.
I suppose that's why I've always hated well done beef.
Yeah, if it looked gray, I can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's very useful to know now.
I also realized why sunrises are. I don't like sunrises.
Oh my god.
Apparently, those pictures Mom takes of gray skies with like a little bit of yellow in them are not gray.
Oh my god.
What? Oh my god.
Very
don't
rare.
I know that you live your life normally, but it's just like I can't imagine living life not
So
knowing,
gray.
with a lot of grays.
Well, I can see like sunsets when it's red. I can see it. It's just apparently the pink color. I just
Yeah, those.
No.
Oh my god.
It also makes Monet paintings look really boring.
Huh.
Well, at least you found out. So.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found out like 2 years ago. All right, that's aside.
Yeah. You guys see the watchtower in the distance, and it is evening time. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go for the watchtower, or do you camp for the night?
I want to creep ahead to see if I can see who's occupying the watchtower. I want to do.
You're too far, to really see if. Okay, I'm confused. Okay.
What are you looking for?
75 miles. So, if where you are is like the 75-mile mark, and that's like more or less like 100 away, you're looking at something that is miles and miles away.
Oh, okay.
But you see it in the distance.
So we're trying to decide if we're gonna go several
So,
more miles.
Are you gonna
in the
go
dark.
several more miles to reach the watchtower? Or are you going to camp here in the plains?
It is starting to get rather late. Probably warmer over by the watchtower.
But we also, oh wait, I need to talk like bird. Find his voice again. be danger. Watchtower. Camp here. See morning.
Not a bad idea. Mine says he stretches lately. I could use some more sleep.
You see that your other traveling companions, Gordy, Ne'er-Do, and Ellis, don't seem to have an opinion. Well, they could have an opinion if you're gonna ask them. Are you guys discussing this with the group, or are you discussing it just between you two?
I would say with the group.
I was talking to the group.
Okay, alright. I just...
Even I hope it's with the group. I'm driving one of the cars.
Yeah. If that's the case, Georgie, goes... Gotta figure out Georgie's voice again. Gentlemen. He is a gentleman. Jeez. Okay.
Georgie killed. Welcome back.
Georgie goes, well, I certainly do not mind going an extra couple of miles. I worry a bit about the horses. What?
I thought he was Spanish.
No, he was an eccentric.
I think you're thinking about Brio.
Eccentric.
He's very eccentric. I can try for a more I'm pretty sure this was Georgie's voice, or at least close to it.
I thought he sounded more like a circus presenter. Like the ladies and gentlemen sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's closer to that. I think.
You know what I need to fucking do? Hold on a moment.
You're gonna listen to past video?
No, voice. Circus presenter is what I'm getting here. He was like a circus presenter.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I certainly don't mind. Is that it? Is that the voice of Georgie? Oh, that's closer? Okay. Yeah. Circus presenter. Or rather the ringmaster.
Or announcer or something.
Yeah, he's like the ringmaster. I do record. Anyway. Oh, well there. I don't mind, certainly going a few extra miles, to encounter, more of the people up here in the north. I certainly don't mind at all. And, he looks over to, Ne'er-Do, and Ne'er-Do's like, I don't care what the decision is. I just... whatever's good, you know? Yeah. Yup. And, Ellis, simply, says, I believe... hold on. You know what? Ellis says nothing. Until I remember her voice, she says nothing. Okay, seemingly also in a boat of not caring what you guys do.
So Bird and Azure want to camp, but Dan, I've got your character's name. I'm sorry.
Aegis. It is Aegis.
Aegis. I keep wanting to call him Agus, and I'm so sorry. Aegis wants to move on. What about
Aggie.
Jurek and gosh dang it, I forgot Boo's character's name too. I'm awful at this.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to start doing like Axel and just keep telling him my name and then say, "Got it memorized."
If it would help. Lil Nara is Boo. Okay. What about Lil Nara and Jurek?
I mean, I'm driving one of the carts, so yeah.
Well, I assume we've pulled over to talk.
Far away is the watchtower again?
It's like 25 miles ahead.
Depends on how our horses are looking.
Well, it's after dark, so we can't really check them too well.
wish I could make this fucking thing smaller. You know what might make this easier? Hold on a moment. I'm gonna do this. Maybe I can get rid
If
of the
the
grid.
horses look tired, then it would be good to rest them, but if they can, it might be better to go a little bit further for the night, or before making camp for the night.
Haha. Oh no.
What'd you do?
She got rid of the grid.
We're free.
Okay, so this will be 75 miles. So from there, oh, you guys are about like more or less like 10 miles, 12 miles away.
The watchtower isn't that far from where we are.
Still several
Oh wait, no.
hours.
No, more right here. Sorry, I keep starting in the wrong place.
Hours. Bike park. Dark. Risk to horse.
I'm starting more from here, Dane.
Roger that.
See?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Like starting from like the middle of town is where I'm deriving this from. Mm. I say we
Start
camp.
checking horse hooves to see.
I say we camp. Says, you guys still aren't really too used to when she talks, but that's Ellis. So she casted in her vote. She says camp. Nerdu says doesn't matter to me. Georgie says we can keep going. If you guys are still wondering what to do.
Mm.
Bird's gonna check horses and keep an ear out to see, or tilt his head to hear what the others' opinions are.
Okay, so you guys are planning on camping here?
I think we're still tied. Bird's just checking horse hooves while they're still, while they're stopped for a moment.
Your horses?
Careful with the stars, hoof.
So, as you are checking, that's enough to pass, for me at least. As you're checking, you can, see The horse hooves are still staying intact, or at least for a majority of them. But the animals themselves do look pretty weary. If you look at a star's hoof, you can see that there's a little bit more damage to the horseshoe.
Damage. Hoof. Horse wool. Hoof wool. Damaged horse.
A star can manage to I'll go a little bit longer before we can settle for the night. I'll be hopefully I have any more horse hooves for this. I mean, horseshoes. We're playing horse hooves. Who knew?
Yeah, I
Need
know.
barrier
I
kit.
think... Which one is damaged?
Aegis's.
Yeah. Bird gestures to Aegis's and points at the hoof. You can see and points out where the horseshoe is damaged and the hoof wall, which is only going to get worse if it walks.
I mean, it's very
May I?
Loose at this point.
May I?
Bird pulls out a hammer.
I think she was asking for
Aegis.
Aegis.
Since it's his horse.
It's
That
his
is
horse.
my horse. So wait, what's the question? I'm sorry, it's very hard because my baby brother won't be quiet next to me.
Tell him stop it.
You said it looks damaged?
Yes.
Well, damage with the horseshoe is also coming off.
So when the horse got crushed before, you can imagine the type of damage that was done to this shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Need hammer, nails.
The shoe needs to be replaced. So it's, yeah.
Meow.
Okay, careful. Star, calm down.
Hmm.
So, you're going to cast Mending on it. Alright. You cast Mending on this horseshoe. And it fixes up. Looks brand new.
Alright.
Thank you, Rick.
I have chocolate on my shirt.
You may... You may do what you must. She goes back to her horse.
It's at this point Georgie's looking between everyone, and he jumps off of his cart, gives a pat to Savannah and Dune, and he goes, well, it looks to me here that that everyone wants to continue. Yes? No? Because if we're
Bird
choosing
shakes
to
his head.
No, we're staying?
He just raises his hand in order to say yes, I'm willing to keep going.
Georgie face palms. He goes, alright. I'm going to say, from my eyes, it looks close enough that I think our animals can handle a little bit more before getting a full rest for the night. This is what I am saying as Expedition Leader!
Yes, the echoes and all.
When he says that, you hear like a very performative echo. Perception check if he's the one that actually casted magic or actually did the thing where he like cups his hand and like went leader.
I heard.
Okay.
Because your
Bird.
guy didn't.
Azur, you're impressed with
Dirty
this man's vocal skills.
Very good.
Bird, Aegis, you know that he does this from time to time in order to emphasize a point that his patience is kind of wearing a bit thin, so he kind of does do that echo thing by himself, and he just emphasizes it. Yeah. Well, it's not thaumaturgy. He is not doing
Just
thaumaturgy.
cupping his hands.
He
That's
is
it.
very good at throwing his voice, and you can hear it. He's not doing any magic whatsoever. This is his own talent. Herrick, you also notice this. That he is just very, he's very impressive. In fact, Bird, with a high perception roll like that, I'm gonna whisper something to you. There you go. There you go. Enjoy that.
Oh, no.
Thank you. I cannot unsee that.
It's up to you if you want to share what I whispered. But
Did you guys want to know that his mustache flexes? Yeah. Yeah, now you get to enjoy that. How do you like that?
Anyway, he has made the call. You guys are going to keep on going until you reach the
Okay.
tower.
Thank you
Alright.
very much.
Because he trusts in his animals. Much to the dismay of Elise.
Madam.
Yeah. She looks over to you.
Boy,
Oh,
actually
well,
talking
You
to her
said,
Dana.
you said, madam. She looks over to you. She's expecting what you want to say.
Your body type shows that you're quite displeased. Your body
Yes.
language, I mean.
You don't get slapped for that. Your body type shows that you're very pleased.
She
Looks
looks-
down confused.
I can
She
tell
looks
you're
down
mad.
at her own body, which is like covered. You don't even see her
See
skin.
her body.
In fact, the Madam LSD has not shown her skin to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
For all you know, she could be a puppet under there. She could be like any race. You have no idea. But other than that, she looks down at her body and she goes, "My body type shows displeasure."
I meant your body language, madam.
Body language.
Shut up,
hell?
bird!
She looks down at herself again and she goes, "I worry for animals. But expedition leader says otherwise."
I mean, at the very least, it's only a plain region rather than the rocky the deserts that we've had our animals come through.
Your horse was complaining the entire time. She walks away from you.
I'm not surprised. Considering the fact that I just found out that a horseshoe was damaged.
And oof.
Yeah, just to clarify, when you casted mending, ma'am, you fixed the horseshoe. You didn't fix the hoof.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that's
Would a healing spell fix that?
You're stretching it at that point. This looks like something that you may need go to someone who does
barrier work. You'll need to
Barrier.
file that down and also rest it a little bit
yeah.
Mhm.
and straighten and get the horseshoe not just mended but like hammered back in.
You know, I'm just gonna roll to see whether or not if this happens. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if this is even like remotely successful. So
Okay. I'll wait for the cackle.
okay. Okay. I'm sad. You see that as the madam like approaches your horse, she like has this look of intense concentration, absolute intense concentration, and she kind of like reaches the underbelly of like the horse. You look that she's about to like lift before just stopping, and it's like probably like shakes her head like, no, that's stupid.
We're trying to make my horse rein itself.
Horse fly.
She thinks for a little bit more.
Joke.
Oh god.
Let us keep moving.
Okay, you guys keep moving. Until finally, you reach the watchtower. Okay, so let me see if I can find anything with the watchtower. You guys can talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking for some music.
Ooh, you
How's the
there?
weather?
Yes.
Okay.
So how's the weather?
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Warm again.
Good
Not
one,
like
bad
the
one.
snow.
Okay, gotcha.
Easy.
Okay. As you guys make it to the watchtower with all your animals in tow, you see a man from the watchtower go, hold! And immediately climb down as fast as he can.
Oh no. Not that music.
He comes over and he has like, this is like, do you know like people who are like kind of like they're big but they're muscular at the same time? They're fat but muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is this
like a
guy.
weightlifter?
Huh?
Are we saying like he's sumo type?
Basically. He like comes down. It's like it's interesting. It's how such a dainty ladder can withstand this man's
Girth.
girth. He comes down, and he like comes over to you, and he goes, "Hoof, am the guard stationed at the tower. Are you, have you seen this man? And, on your travels, and he, like, shows, like a wanted poster of a really, like, rough-looking, eye patch-wearing, bandit-looking guy, okay? You know bandits? This guy has bandit written all over him, and what you read there says, wanted, dead or alive, but please alive if you can. In brackets. Reward, 100 gold pieces. And his name is,
Let me just write that down quick.
yeah.
His name is.
Yeah, his name is Baton the Smasher. And you see, in, like, Baton, his name is Baton the Smasher, and you see that he is, like, wielding, like a club in this artist depiction of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he has, an eye patch, scarred up face, rough looking dude, long hair in a ponytail, with a silver streak, in it.
Bird nods and
You can't miss this guy. You get the feeling that he can't blend into a crowd even if he tries.
Bird nods his head and says, "She's very pretty."
Have you seen him? Or
Desiree shakes his
encountered this man? No?
No.
No.
Think so.
Alright.
Why is he wanted, though?
Well, let's see here. Stealing, debauchery, murder, that's another one. Disturbing the peace. He looks through, like, more, like, through, like, his, like, clipboard of what else this guy has done. Thievery on, a person's, spectacles.
Aggravated
Yeah.
assault, assault and battery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Larceny.
No, Bird
Basically-
is saying that in that voice.
And, like, some of the
Bird
other
is saying
things,
that
it's
in
just,
that
like,
voice.
thievery of chickens. Like,
That's the
We got it.
poultry.
But no.
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 He starts to, like, he starts to list a bunch of other things, like disgusting displays in public, which is like public indecency.
Yeah.
Like,
So he's gone around
Oh,
naked a couple
Rush
times.
Fruitwood.
and,
Urinating in public?
no. No. He, shakes his head. Just being indecent. So you haven't seen him?
Mm-mm.
No.
I call
Alright.
loudly in his ear.
And he, like, looks around at you guys. He, like, looks all of you at all of you closely, and he pauses on Aegis for a bit. And he, like, looks down at the picture, and then he looks back up at Aegis and looks down at the picture. Aegis, roll me a perception.
15.
You start to realize that with the guy's face type, like with the guy's like face type, it kind of matches yours,
Oh.
but you're like an older version, and this guard is narrowing his eyes like you can insight him if you want.
Gonna have to.
It's best not to be stupid.
Wow, that's right.
Yeah, from the look that this guy is giving you, he's probably thinking like, is this the guy? But he's so old. But the face kind of does align, but there are no scars and no eye patch. What if there's makeup? You see, like, there's like a hamster wheel going in this guy's brain. And I'm just gonna roll.
Aegis will probably grimace before he soon says, I'm not even from here.
Sir, we've been traveling for a long time, and we would like to rest for the night, if you don't mind. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Roll me hold on, even Georgie will like help out, and he goes, good sir, we came all the way from Oakengard. And the guard looks down and he goes, oh my god, you're small! Like a goblin! But like a kid? You're like the weirdest, like, deep-sounding kid I ever met. And he goes, sir, I am no child. I am the leader of this fine group that you see before you. And I can put in a good word for Aegis. Aegis has been with us the entire time, and we can all vouch for him. He's not even from this country. We just recently got here. We just would like to go and rest. And, does anyone else want to add to that? I know that, Hurrick did. And if she's the only one, then between, you and Aegis, you can roll persuasion at advantage.
If we help, does that give her extra advantage?
If you help, it just lowers the DC.
Okay, well then Bird's gonna help, and say...
Thank God for that advantage. Oh my god.
Could have been that one, oh my god.
Aegis traveled from across the Deadlands with me and Expedition Leader!
Oh god, is he copying Georgie's voice?
Yeah, he's copying Georgie's
Of
voice.
course.
The guy looks at Bird and he almost drops his like clipboard and he's like, that's a weird looking pet.
He's no pet. He's one of our companions.
He's like looking
Sir,
at
that
Bird.
is very rude.
He's looking at Bird like really closely here. You gotta keep in mind, no one here has ever seen a Kenku before. Or anyone that
Bird
looks
True,
like
that's
but it's
real
so
close.
rude.
Versat's in real close, turns his head at an unnatural angle, and then caws real loud and right in his face.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah. And then starts laughing.
Does anyone else
So if
want
you
to-
behave.
Does anyone else want to join in, or is that all?
Lara's just quietly giggling in the background.
Azure is just putting up a storm because he sees how badly this is going, but too social anxiety to speak.
He like looks around, and he's like, Just gonna roll something here.
Did I help lower
Okay.
the DC with my beautiful distraction?
No. You kind of creeped him out. Sorry.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm sorry. I mean, you were doing
Right.
okay at first, but you kind of creeped him out. I'm sorry, the guy, yeah. He goes, alright, but no funny business when you get to the inn. And he, refers to, the inn that is not too far from, the watchtower. And he goes, I'm sorry, this guy's just been causing, like, a lot of trouble so far, and we honestly don't know how he keeps getting away from us. like scratches his head. It's like some weird dark magic, so
Do
go
you
ahead.
happen to have any holding spells?
What?
Holding cells.
Yeah. You see, not too far away from the watchtower looks to be like a small like building that could be basically your sheriff's office on the corner. Odds are it holds some cells in there. Well, thanks anyway. If you guys see anything, be sure to tell us. And he goes back to his watchtower. And you would think that this guy, this big guy, wouldn't be as limber as he is. Well, when you see him go up that ladder, the way he goes up it is like so fucking fast. You're like, wait, he was like a blur.
Bird turns around, looks at Linara, and gestures to the guard and says, "What a pretty lady!"
Gladara just looks around as if looking for a translation.
He cackles to himself again and then starts wandering off
you
of
are.
the
Georgie looks back to Lenara and he goes, "That's just Bird making a joke."
joke. Joke, yes.
Why do I have the sudden urge to set the bird on fire?
Alright, so we head back to the inn.
Do you say that out loud, Lenara?
Yes.
Okay, slowly, Nerdu turns his head towards you, and he goes, give me an insight, if, as he, like, looks towards you.
Everyone, it is getting late.
You get the feeling of, that he is giving you a look of, not apprehension. He's a bit hard to read, but you get the sense that he is giving you a look of solidarity.
Don't worry, we understand who to. We just need to find a safe spot to camp, which is probably going to be better
So we
if we
can look
camp
after
right
the
after the
horses
camp.
as well.
You do see that there is a
That is my
stable.
concern.
This looks to be like a traveler's inn, what's next to the watchtower, or at least near it. So it does have a stables. And it has like it looks to have like a mini wall being built around it. But it's like the construction just started or something. Nope, that's not it. Oh, it's across the bridge. Do you guys want to actually cross the bridge and go over here?
Yeah.
Where's the inn?
The inn, I didn't put it on here because I thought, Because when I made this place, I didn't think of it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't think of it. So I'm just gonna make a shape here. So, here's the inn that I'm talking about.
They must get plenty
And
of customers.
Have a stable?
Yep, they have a stable.
Yeah. Bird's gonna sort of like nudge Aegis' horse towards the stable.
You're nudging
Because
his
he's
horse
trying
while he's
to run, but he's worried about the whole horse.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're heading over there. We're heading over there. You don't need to nudge my horse, Bird.
Okay. You guys make it into the inn. And what greets you is a man with a great big bushy beard. He looks to be like it's a great big black bushy beard. And he's balding. And he's also kind of like a muscular fatso. He's got big, burly, bare arms. You get the sense that this man is probably hairy.
So he's a bear.
Yeah, he's basically a bear. He goes, "Welcome to one of the better inns. This is the Westbridge Inn."
Thank you.
So imaginatively named because it's on the West River.
Yeah.
How much is it for a night? And how many rooms do you have?
Well, it's not
Available?
much. And we don't have a lot of rooms available, given the set. Are you all together?
Bird nod.
It's like looking at the size of your party. He's like, we do have a room that has a lot of beds in them, and all that we could possibly give to you. And he goes, and that room costs about like 10 copper pieces.
Okay.
You look around this place and there is like you get the sense that because a lot of travelers come on by, that a lot of the rooms are shared. And he'll even tell that to you, that a lot of the rooms are shared and between like massive groups. They don't have a room where it's just one bed. It's all joint.
Understandable.
That is indeed fair. I'll cover the cost.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I hand him one silver piece.
Okay. Takes your silver piece and gives you change. Oh wait, is it one silver piece, 10 copper pieces?
One silver piece.
Yeah.
10 copper piece.
Yeah. Okay. I scratched that. He takes your one silver and he goes, "Much obliged."
I just had the image of him taking the silver, giving us 10 copper pieces, and then taking the 10 copper pieces back and giving us the silver. Just
He's like-
confused everything.
He's like, "Whoops, bad math moment." He goes, "All right, enjoy your stay."
Thank you.
But yeah, it's like, it's just there's just like you go into this room, and it's just like a big room with a bunch of beds around. It's not a luxurious place, but it's like and they're single beds.
Like a boarding room.
Yeah.
Bird's gonna pull aside the innkeeper for a moment.
Okay.
In has barrier.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a farrier.
Available.
They'll be available in the morning.
Appointment.
Yeah, I'll tell them. If you do you want like a general look around, like all of your horses, or just one in particular?
All horse check. One horse special hoof.
All right, I'll be sure to tell him. And who is this for?
Bird points at himself.
And your name?
Bird.
Okay. And he writes it down. Lenara, are you asking in chat if there's a room where you could be by yourself? I'm not sure if I answered her yet.
Who?
Hello?
Sorry, father was being loud. What?
Okay. So, was Lenara asking the innkeeper if there was a possible room where she could be by herself?
Yes.
Okay. He looks over to you and he goes, I'm afraid not. A lot of these rooms are joint. We usually expect merchants to come on through. So we have rooms prepared for big groups. No one really comes through here going alone. And anyone who does come here going through alone usually shares a room.
She'd slightly.
What?
She'd nod slightly.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, ma'am. But I can't offer you what I don't have.
That's fine.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys want? A meal? Supplies? We do have someone who sells potions that comes through here every now and again. I think he's coming tomorrow, if you're interested.
Okay. Thank you.
He nods. And he goes, if you need anything, just ask my brother. And he points over, and you see almost an exact carbon copy of the man that you were speaking to before. The only difference is that this man is wearing a flower crown. That is the only difference, okay?
Bird goes up to the man with the flower crown and says, "Want gem for coin?"
Gem for coin? I don't know if we even have enough to even exchange. You might be better off going to a merchant as opposed to an inn like us. You get a better bang for your buck.
Merchant nearby.
We usually have merchants around. And if you look around, you do see that there are a couple of people who seem to have like big backpacks and maybe like a couple of wares.
Okay. Bird's gonna let Georgie know that he booked the farrier and is acquiring coin for the horses to be checked.
Well, we do have our famed Western Inn ale, better than that piece of shit Eastern Inn ale. Okay. All right. So I see that there's multiple things happening here. I will get to you in a moment. Actually, can y'all take out your tokens for... actually, no, don't do that. Fuck. Don't do that. You're gonna be huge. Fuck! Okay. If you take out... You know what? Fuck. Take out your tokens, roll me initiative, and I'll get to you through that order. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I had Azor disappear into Horik's crotch!
I thought I was the one playing the bird.
What?
Everyone has surprises.
Azure is the Dragonborn, not the bird. Bird is bird.
Ah!
Or cuckoo.
Surprise!
Surprise! It was I! Aegis!
You.
Ooh.
I was secretly method the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Makes
you.
sense. I see.
Okay. It's descending. I just am writing a couple notes here. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to write those notes down in case you ever come back here. Because sometimes I just make up shit on the fly. Anyway. Azor, I'm gonna go with you first. What do you do first? You're in an inn. You're in the West Bridge Inn. You got a room. What do you do? Is there anyone you want to...
Keep it easy for you.
Hmm?
He goes to sleep.
Okay, perfect. You don't want to talk to anyone?
Not really.
Okay. Bird, what do you do?
He's gonna find whatever merchant looks like the most has the most funds, and he's gonna try to sell one of his gems.
Perception.
All right. Perception.
Okay. Alright. No, I don't want to view fucking equipment. I just want items and gear and how much they're gonna fucking cost. Okay.
I'll
Alright.
make it. I have my gems have say what prices they're worth.
Okay,
So
good.
don't worry about that.
Alright, good.
He wants to sell one of the gems worth 10 gold.
Okay. You perceive that someone who looks to maybe be a little bit more well off appears to be like this human. You notice the fine set of clothes anywhere. And you approach him. He looks down to you. He looks to be weirdly enough, he looks to be like sorting out like his wares. He looks to be a no, his wares appear to be whatever they are appear to be hidden in like little boxes. And he looks over to you and he goes, and he like is taken aback and he's like, ugh. Hi?
Hello.
Ugh!
You merchant, yes.
Looks around. It's like, he's like looking around being like, and then he looks into his like ale cup for a bit. And then he looks back to you. And he's looking around to his friends like, you seeing this shit? You seeing this shit? I'm not going crazy? Okay. Oh. Yes?
Trade? Gem for coin?
It depends on the gem. Let me see.
He pulled out one of his gems.
Okay, which one do you give him?
One of the 10 GP ones. It doesn't specify.
Okay, he takes him. Gonna roll a color here. Just rolling a fucking a D8. Okay, 8. It looks to be a very pretty it's a very small cut, this gem that you're giving him. And he examines it and it looks to be like of a lightish whitish pink. And he goes, I can give you given the care and the cut, and I could probably use this 10 gold pieces.
Bird makes a big show of thinking about it.
Doing fucking business with a crow. I'm gonna write this down. Oh my God.
Lord accept.
Okay, great. Take this back to your people. And he gives you 10 gold pieces in exchange for your gem.
Bird is satisfied, and then he's gonna go to the room and go to sleep.
Okay. This merchant is like, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
I think I need another drink.
Okay. Lenara, what do you do? I should probably put on some music. Okay.
She was getting ale.
Yeah, I think she was getting ale, right? Okay. So, as you get some ale, I'm going to roll. Okay. Alright, so you are asking specifically for the Western Inn Ale, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you get this ale, Hold on a moment as I bring this up. Okay. So, this ale looks to be a bit of a darkish ale, and it's like reddish. It's like a reddish dark ale. And you drink it, tastes like ale. You notice as you're drinking this ale that there's like a moderate caramel maltiness. It's kind of like a toffee type of character. Like you're noticing notes of toffiness in this ale. It's I don't know what your opinions are of ale, but it's good ale. It's not the worst you've ever had.
She pauses for a moment, looks at it, shakes it around to mix it better, and then drinks some more.
Okay. As you are drinking this ale, you feel someone sit down next to you. And he goes, can I buy you a drink? Do you turn
Laura
to
just
see?
raise her eyebrow, and then turn.
Okay, you turn, and what you see before you is a young man. No older than probably maybe 25. So not a boy, but not middle-aged. He has dark auburn hair and green eyes. It's not the worst looking dude you've ever seen. Maybe he's a bit above average. In the looks department. He's well, from the general gist that you have, from the general insight that you have with some people who you know are probably interested in you, you get the sense that this might be his first time, coming up to a lady and asking this. But he's exuding at least a face of confidence.
Lenara just leans over, pets his head, and goes, "Sure."
All right. He smiles. And he goes, "Hey, is there anything that you want in particular? Hold on. No, that's not how we do this. Get a..." And he's like, he looks to you, and he's like, "Get me a pale ale." And the bartender nods and fetches a pale ale. You now have a pale ale in front of you.
Should drink that and just pet the guy's head again.
I'm Devin. What's your name?
My name's Nolanara. Nice to meet you, Mr. Devon.
Thanks. I saw that you were traveling with a big group there. What, are you a merchant as well, or adventurer?
Lenara would lean forward, put both elbows on the table, and sort of cup her own chin and just go, "I'm just a traveling bard, not merchant. Shit, brain. Thank you, brain."
The alcohol kind of getting to you too. Yeah. I'm a merchant. I'm an apprentice for a merchant. I sell jewelry.
Oh, what type?
See, originally we were just selling like regular jewelry for like a lot of like rich people, but I've been kind of more interested in more of like, what if the jewelry had something a little bit more of a twist to it, you know? And he begins to explain like how he's kind of trying to dabble into enchantments for the jewelry that he's making.
What sort of enchantment?
Now.
No,
I'm thinking like enchantments for like protection, mostly. Maybe even like some enchantments for like illusions, but mostly like protection. I've been more interested in more of the aberration part than the illusion. But,
Mocha.
my dad says that I should expand more.
Do you want to have him make a wisdom insight check?
Sure.
He has to beat a 22.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no pop-up.
He does not succeed.
Later, guys.
He is charmed.
What were we talking about?
She just smiles, pets his head, and we'll move on to Silver, or next one.
Yeah. Alright. Move on to the next one. Do you want to come back to yours, or no, end it there?
Let's fade to black there.
Fade to black there, okay. Yeah, we'll fade to black there. Devin, I think, probably has a good time. Yeah. Ulrich, it's your turn.
Who plays Ulrich again?
Silver.
Silver.
I know, I said 1 sec.
You didn't key up.
We didn't hear you, sorry.
Sorry, honey.
Clark just goes to the room, and if there's nothing to be done, then she'll just sleep.
Okay. You go to the room and you fall asleep. You see that Azur is there. And I am going to roll to see if you notice anyone else being in there, along with Bird. Roll me a d20.
Huh?
Roll me a d20. Alright, 11. You notice, as everyone else, like, went to sleep, you notice, the figure of, Nerdu, laying in one of, the beds, reading, and his familiar, which is a black snake with green undertones, with dark green undertones, slither and then, stare at you. Nerdu then looks up and he goes, "Oh, are you planning on sleeping?"
Well, yes, but that's okay.
I hope the light doesn't bother you. I'll
Not at all.
I'll try to dim it a little bit more.
There's no need to do so.
Is a little bit of a silence between you two before he goes, "So, what's it like being a half-elf up here?"
Well, being raised by humans mostly, I've been treated very kindly and normal. I haven't been outcasted or anything.
He looks to you and he goes, "It's weird. It's like I never knew there could be pale elves." And you notice that with his skin tone, he is significantly darker than you. He goes, you raised by humans, huh? Lucky. What was that like?
Ooh.
Did you know your parents?
Yes, I did.
Oh. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna continue doing wizard things.
Right.
I
She
now
just
have the
changes,
image.
or starts to change into a nightgown.
What he does is, he does a flick of the wrist. You can roll, like, either an insight or perception to see what he did.
Okay. Insight.
He just seems to have, waved, his hand. You're not sure if it was magical or not. He's a very hard character to read. He's so laid back that it's a bit hard to tell, like, what this guy is thinking most of the time. But the general gist that you get from Nerdu is that, for a wizard, he's, like, super relaxed. And come to think of it, you probably have never even, like, met a wizard before? I don't think magic is as high of a thing here in the north as it is where he's from, most likely. I think, right, Strife?
Strife left
Ghost
a
had to do
while
an
ago.
assignment, so he
darn.
left.
Okay. Well, you're not sure exactly what these wizard things are, is what I'm trying to say, because I think if I remember the lore correctly, people who do magic are far and few in between. It's usually connected to a god. So, seeing someone doing magic and isn't religious is probably a little bit weird to you. At least you don't see any religious symbols on him that you recognize.
Fantastic.
What is? Nerdu looks up to you. I'm not sure if you spoke in character.
She did. Mm. Say magic is not as common unless it's connected to a god.
Yeah, well. Magic's an interesting, thing. And he kind of leans back a bit and he goes, like, a lot of it does come from gods and stuff.
Mm.
You're right. In fact, there is a whole god that is in charge of magic. And it'd be dumb to say that magic doesn't really come from anywhere else, but, or at least it's not managed by anything else. But my magic, you're right, doesn't really come from worship. It comes from arduous study, for, like, years. Yeah. Learning sigils and writing them down. in this book, and like he shows you the book that he has, and it's like filled with like a bunch of like formulas, and he goes, basically, you can break down magic into a bunch of formulas, and I'm gonna have you like roll an intelligence check to see if you can keep up with him.
Just so you know, she has no sense of personal space, so she's really close.
Okay, how close are we talking here?
Pretty much touching.
Okay. When you touch him, he kind of like flinches his hand away a little bit. He's like, and then he kind of like relaxes.
Sorry.
It's all right. And he kind of covers up his hand that has like the marking that you've seen before. You thought it was a birthmark before, but it appears to be like something that kind of actually has a small glow to it. And he covers it up with his snake suddenly like around it. So, roll me an intelligence to see if you're going to keep up with the conversation. Or actually, I should roll something for him to see if he's going to remember.
Right.
Okay.
Tonight.
So, oof. At least you're getting the nat ones here, you know? I know. We have to end soon, but I'm having too much fun. Okay. So, Nerdu, adjusts himself. He, comes more, composed, and then he shows you his book, and then, he's showing you, these formulas and kind of, explaining, the different classes of magic, but it's going, in through one ear, out the other. He is speaking garble, and, but apparently, these are the formulas to unlocking, magic, as he calls it, and, the last thing you, can really, comprehend of what he's, saying, is that, and, one day, I'm going to, crack the code, see if we even need gods in the first place. No offense.
Taken.
He puts the book away. He looks a little bit awkward as you're still sitting very close to him. And it's just not a common thing that you see from him. So, I went off, didn't I?
I don't mind. I like the sound of your voice. Pleasant.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to drag on and on. You get the sense that, given usually his cool demeanor, and pretty, aloof, this is one of the few times that you, or probably anyone, has ever seen him, talk as much as he usually does. It's usually Georgie that's doing a lot of the talking, with Nerdu doing sly comments. Well, yeah, Nerdu, goes, well, thanks for, listening to this dude's rant, and he does, and he, points to himself.
It's alright. As she gives him a hug.
He is awkward for a moment, and his, snake, comes around and kind of, flicks its tongue, into, your ear, bit.
Tickles.
Stop that. Stop. And he gives you an awkward, like, half hug. And, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, sleep well.
Yeah,
Let's go in.
you too.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do wizard things, and he gets up and he leaves the room. That's that.
Later that night, the bar is on fire.
We'll see. Anyway, he just... Aegis, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot how to get myself on push to talk.
Yeah. Aegis,
Disabling that.
you are. It is now your turn. You are the last one of the night before I end game.
You know, Aegis is still kind of new to this place, so before he's gonna go to sleep, he's gonna go and mingle for a little bit.
Okay. Who are you choosing to mingle with? Are you going to mingle with an NPC in the party, an actual party member, or someone that is in the bar?
Someone that is in the bar.
Okay, you're gonna talk to someone in the bar. Talking to someone in the
Yep.
bar. Well, possibly the two most interesting people are probably the twin bar and inn owners, looking exactly like one another with the exception of the flower crown.
Ah. Right.
There's you can also talk to some of the merchants there. Who do you want to talk to?
Considering the fact that they are our hosts, he'll talk to the twins first.
Okay. They look to you, and
I'm gonna keep my hat kind of perched over my eyes to kind of hide the natural red shade.
yeah.
Hello there.
Well, hey there. What can I get you?
He's gonna sit down before he soon calmly asks, "Do you happen to have coffee available?"
The fuck is coffee?
I feared as such. Well, I guess I will have a. What would you recommend?
Well, we do have the Weston's ale. I recommend that. We make it ourselves here.
Then I'll have some of that.
All right then. Yep. And he goes and he
Feels like it.
gets you like this reddish liquid. It is ale. It's reddish liquid, and when you drink it, you're getting like a caramelly toffee taste, unlike anything you've really tasted before. But for you as Dane, I'm telling you, this is what it tastes like. But I think for Aegis, he's like, what the fuck is this taste?
Aegis is kind of perplexed as the new taste flavors has graced his tongue. It's like he's been mostly drinking coffee ever since his services, and of course the regular ale and water. But this is very tasty.
I'm glad to hear that. So when you go over to that asshole at the Westbridge Inn, you tell him that our ale is better than his.
I might do that, but it's been a long day, and I feel like I should probably get to know this area, this place, more. And I think one clear way to define that is bit of a doozy one as he slowly kind of stirs his cup a little bit, kind of like, how someone would with wine, but he's doing it with a mug. Or not mug, the tankard. I don't know if you have your own preferences, but, and this is going to sound very out of left field, but how do you treat your deceased here?
We bury them.
Just simple burial rites, nothing too spectacular?
I mean, it really depends on the religion. Someone says
Well,
their
let's say-
piece. What?
Well, let's say your beliefs. How do you believe that your what does your religion say of how to treat the dead?
Well, as I do believe in Paylor, the way that the dead are treated is, you bury them. You give them, you say a couple of nice words, talking about, like, joining in the fields of Paylor and all that shit, and, and you just give the blessing of Paylor to the departed. And then you leave them in a graveyard, and I don't know, if you have friends or family, they hopefully give you something that was grown in their garden. You can roll religion to see if you know who Paylor is.
I would love to.
Okay.
Skills. Religion! 15.
So, you know that Paylor tends to be the god of the sun and summer. And he is commonly like one of his like domains, since like it is like with like life and the sun, that he's like pretty well known for the life of the fields and farms and harvests and herds. So like he's like a major figure for a lot of farmers.
I see.
Yeah.
He sounds like a quite the interesting god.
Thanks.
I myself am a disciple of the southern gods, specifically Anubis.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, let's just say he helps with the afterlife.
Okay.
I'll just simply leave it at that, as our ritual, as our way of treating our dead are vastly different than just simply burial.
Okay. Hey, not to cast any judgment here, but you're pretty old to be traveling. At least you look old.
Well,
in my offense, no. No
None.
offense.
None taken. I am 45 years of age.
45. Well, damn.
Yep. Some have compared me to being even older than that, but
You look
honestly,
older than that. What are you doing?
well, he slowly raises his hat up before he soon says, It's not very helpful the fact that I spent most of my time where water is almost kind of scarce.
You show your eyes to him?
I show my eyes to him.
Okay. Once he sees your eyes, he goes, "Oh fuck!" and he like drops what he had been like making, and keels over.
Oh god, no! I'm going to try and heal him.
Okay, hold on a moment. just gonna do that.
I at least have spare the dead. Spare the dying, I mean.
Yep.
Shit. This was not intentional, I swear. Thankfully, I don't have to touch him. I just hold my hand out and cast it upon his body.
Yeah, so, congratulations, you gave this man a heart attack. And his brother goes, "Brother, what's wrong?" He, like, goes over, and everyone's, like, kind of gathered over, like, what the fuck happened? What do you do?
Again, I cast Spare the Dying, and then promptly cast Thaumaturgy saying, "Nothing happened here, everything is fine." He just got surprised. And I have my hat over my eyes again.
Your son... Your son okay?
Do I need to roll intimidation, or do I need to roll persuasion with my loud voice?
Roll me persuasion.
Persuade. 22!
22. They look up to the sky, and they're like, "Paylor?" Was that Paylor? Did Paylor save this man?
Yes, it was! Paylor saved this man! Now,
Okay,
go back to what you were doing, please.
It's the older, the other brother wearing the flower crown, like, brings his brother back. And everyone else is, like, talking, like, what the fuck was that? Was that actually Paylor, or was that someone else? Like, a couple of people are talking, like, that can't be Paylor. No, that can't be. And other people are like, maybe he actually just did get scared. It's just like, but what the fuck scared him? I don't think anything really scares that guy. And she's like, well, he has been, like, not really good with his diet, so he did have a weak heart after that one time. And, like, it's like, people are just talking now. People are talking, there's a ruckus. Do you slip out of the room?
Aegis will pound the drink and then slip right out.
Okay, that's what you do. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Aegis here
Oh my
trying to be
God.
like a
Can't believe you just did that.
Aegis here trying to be a conversationalist with religion and scared someone to death by sheer accident.
You're a tiefling with red glowing eyes!
Oh, this is gonna be
The
a
reason-
good moment to tell.
The reason why the guard didn't, like, go out and attack you in the first place was because the hat was covering your eyes mostly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Oh,
Hope you enjoyed it.
oh,
I might
my
upload
cheeks
this.
hurt now. Please, I can't wait to
Alright.
to hear the ending again.
Nighty night.
Night.